What is sexual objectification? How are women sexually objectified? What are some effects of sexual objectification? How does media influence objectification of women?
We all grow up in a culture in which women's bodies are constantly turned into things, into objects. Here she's become the bottle of Michelob. In this ad, she becomes part of a video game. And this is everywhere, in all kinds of advertising. Women's bodies turned into things, into objects. Now, of course, this affects female self-esteem. It also does something even more insidious. It creates a climate in which there's widespread violence against women. I'm not at all saying that an ad like this directly causes violence. It's not that simple. But turning a human being into a thing is almost always the first step toward justifying violence against that person. We see this with racism, we see it with homophobia, we see it with terrorism. It's always the same process. The person is dehumanized and violence then becomes inevitable. And that step is already and constantly taken with women. So the violence, the abuse, is partly the chilling but logical result of this kind of objectification. Now, women are objectified in many ways. A Heineken commercial turns a woman into a keg of beer, a frat boy's dream. Women's bodies are dismembered in ads, hacked apart. Just one part of the body is focused upon, which of course is the most dehumanizing thing you could do to someone. Everywhere we look, women's bodies turned into things and often just parts of things.
Do you think society today pressures women to view their body as objects?
Yes, it does pressure women to show their body to look more beautiful. It basically takes their confidence away.
Do you think the way a woman dresses affect what men think of her?
Yes, I think that men look for women that are more lenient to the way they dress. Men tend to flirt more with women that show their body more often.
As inspirational as men are, and need to know that they could do just as much as men can, and that is just fine and it's okay, and not be looked at as just sex objects or portrayed as, oh, they're just there to cook and make you food. I think that's wrong, and if we change, I think that social media will start to change.
I do not like the way he's touching me. Oh my God, sir, can you please take your hand off me? Advertisements and TV shows play a big role when it comes to the ideal body image for women. It's a fact that men are attracted to women in advertisements. Every day, women face many different forms of gender oppressions and discriminations such as sexual harassment, abuse, and even rape. This can lead to shame, anxiety, and depression. This results in low self-esteem and not being confident in your own body. Sexual objectification has become so normalized that we forget it's even happening.